Hey there, welcome to Soccerfanslive. It's another exciting edition, all right, of the live show. All right, tonight is going to be wonderful. We had a spectacular weekend, a super weekend, a great weekend. Though it may not be great for some people, the Chelsea fans, you may not be great for them, but for some people it was great. For some of us, it was great. All right, and tonight we have a new face on the show. All right, can we welcome Dan the Great? All right, Dan. Say hi to your fans.
Hello,
All right,
everyone.
all right. And with me, I have, of course, the one and only Engineer Goodby. All right. And on the far end, Foxy, Alpha. Think that Chelsea match still in your mind, like.
Engineer Woodby,
Yeah,
that badge,
yeah,
that badge you're kissing.
Is
I think it belongs to me now. I've collected that badge.
as long as
I've collected that badge.
as far as I'm concerned, I'm still your champion.
I have collected
Next
that
4
badge.
years.
I am
Not
still
talking
love
about
that
in
title.
2029.
Yeah, okay.
This team remains world champion.
Yeah, we're done here. Take your one time and collect 3 points from mine.
That one, no
Take
concern.
out collect 3 points.
No be
All right.
no be to
All right.
you don't
All right, beautiful. So tonight, on the show today, we'll just go. We want to quickly talk about the previous matches. All right, this weekend. And starting from this week. All right, the first game we had the Merseyside derby. Right, so I'll start from Popsy. Then we'll come all the way like that. So the Liverpool game and Everton game. Give us your take on.
Yeah, for the Liverpool game and everything, right? I think, like when we were predicting, I said it's going to be a tough match.
Yeah.
Yes, I think one of the things that helped Liverpool in that match was because they had their goals in the first half.
Yeah.
And before Everton could pick up, the second half, they were already like resting. They were already comfortable and trying to defend their 2 goals. Imagine if it was the 1 goal down,
One goal
to have been another. And it took Everton a while before they pick up and get into the game. So I feel like it's expected of a derby, like that kind of derby over the time that they have difficulties in just being a very predictable match. Get, but I feel overall, Liverpool still shows that they are quality.
Yeah.
You understand? Because there are teams that will win 2-0 in the first half, and you see.
No, you can call
Maybe a team like
no.
I just don't want to be so like blunt like that.
No, be
But
blunt.
the point is, I was in the ball out one day, like this weekend. The Man fan was saying even when they've scored 4-0,
If man
never touch ground.
For
Liverpool being the champion, they try to show us that yes, we are the reigning champion. You understand? We can hold on, like I said the last time, to the fact that till the last minute, the final whistle is being played. Like Liverpool shows that they are quality and they are ready to keep fighting. They've not lost any match this season. So kudos to Liverpool once again. They are really good.
Beautiful. Engineer.
All right. Like I said, when you see a champion, this are ways you know a champion. They played 5 games in the league.
Don't be like Chelsea.
They've had 15 points, and to me, we said it during the last podcast that Liverpool is going to have like the game is going to be very tight, which it was looking as if Liverpool was having an easy ride in the first half, but Everton was able to come back in the second half. Now, kudos to the Liverpool players. They've shown character.
Very beautiful goal.
They've shown character. Yes, yeah, that goal was like it's expected of a striker.
If you don't score that goal, waiting come.
Yeah, it's expected of a striker.
Well,
we know strikers that will,
Yasu will score it.
But before this guy before.
Jackson, I cannot.
Nunes, no score that goal.
Nunes,
I
has only 1 trophy.
I can't vouch. I can't vouch for Jackson, but they've shown character.
Jackson has scored it.
And we know, but we can't vouch for it. They've shown character, and kudos to Everton players as well. The likes of Grealish. Really at least showed character in that game. So we are seeing what Liverpool is doing. They are 5 points up and clear ahead of Arsenal and I think Manchester City. No, Manchester is on 7 points.
All right.
Yes. So kudos to Liverpool.
All right.
Very interesting.
All right, just take it off from there. Let's hear you.
The Liverpool game was a very interesting one. Obviously, everyone should have expected a very, very tough game from both sides because it's a derby. It's a Merseyside derby. So it's a very, very tough one. And I think the last Merseyside derby that they played, Everton took it up to Liverpool so much. So this one, everyone knew that
It was not going to be easy.
it would somehow tilt towards Liverpool side because you know they're very, very strong force.
With all the money they spent.
Yeah, of course, it's expected of them to win.
Yeah, of course.
No matter how or whatever way. So we saw the game they played, their last game against Burnley. How the game came late, and of course it just speaks of one thing. It's the mindset of a champion.
Yeah, you just have to win.
So no matter how, whether it's by hook or by crook, you have to grind that win.
Yeah.
So that's just what Liverpool did.
Okay.
They came out with that 3 points.
All right, beautiful. Now let's talk about the Brighton Tottenham game. All right, it was a thriller. All right, the Brighton Tottenham game. And now I know Burnley Nottingham Forest today they had a draw. Right, but really not. But let's talk about the Brighton Tottenham. When into the game, Foxy, what was your prediction? Who did you give it to? Right, to come out as winner in that game?
Yeah, my prediction was that it's going to be a tough one, but Tottenham will take the day because my expectation was the fact that they had a better attack. But it was a disappointing experience from while watching the match when I saw that Brighton was to go ahead of them, and Tottenham was not doing as if they were not doing up to my expectation. Let me not say they know what they wanted, right?
Okay.
But I feel like they still showed character.
Yeah.
By coming down, coming back. Yeah, you understand? Because I think as at a very late time in the match, it was still 2-1.
Yeah.
And for them to still come back, it showed that they have showed that they have the passion for something. So they are building up. For the fact that they have a lot of new players and they have a new coach and everything like that, I think it's actually a good one from Tottenham side, but I hope they put that one.
Okay.
But it's still a point for them.
All right, now the engineer. Going to the game, who was?
I predicted the draw.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes, I knew it was going to be a tough one for Tottenham because Brighton was home. And I've seen characters, in Brighton over the years, especially when they're home, the way they handle the games. And the fact that, Tottenham has a lot of new players, just like Popsy said, and also the new coach, Thomas Frank, is still new to the system. But maybe Tottenham could have won the game if they had actually started Shabby Sinim. I was actually expecting him to start the game. But he came in from the bench, and he did
the coach was trying to get his team.
Yes, yes, but I predicted the draw. I knew it was going to be tough. First half, Brighton capitalized on Tottenham's not concentrating on that.
Yeah, they
were not focused.
Yeah.
So Brighton had to concentrate on that weakness and took their chances.
Okay.
They had those 2 goals, and Tottenham was able to get 1 goal in the first half, and the second half they were able to equalize.
Okay.
And so that was how the game went. So to me, Brighton would do well, especially when they are home this season. You expect much more from them.
All right. So Dan, you have. Well, let's hear you.
For me though, I actually predicted that game would come with a lot of goals. Okay. And because one thing about Brighton is that Brighton always turns up whenever they see a big team.
The big team, yeah, they like to fight.
You see their game against Man City this season.
So Tottenham is a big team now.
Tottenham is
we finished last season.
Tottenham is a big team.
I understand where he's going. He's trying to connect it to Man U being
a big team too.
No. We don't top 6.
Tottenham is
a thing of the past.
But then, that's top 6.
Make I hear from your mouth, say past glory.
All right. So I knew that it was going to be a tough game, especially Brighton. Brighton are very, very tactical side. It's a very, very good manager, very, very good set of players.
Okay.
So, and I think one of the things that made Tottenham come back into that game was one of the effects was, I think, their manager played a huge role. Because for me, I felt if it was Postecoglou coaching Tottenham, they won't come back.
Yeah,
they won't come back in that game for you. But they have a very, very good and quality manager in Thomas Frank. So
that's great.
Kudos to the Tottenham players for doing their best and coming out with the points.
All right, beautiful. Now We want to go to the biggest game of the week. All right. It's a moment I know you've been waiting for. Everybody has been waiting for. All right. Now, going into this game, I started saying it last week that sometimes when God just love you, just bring food, He cook before you.
Whoosh.
All right. Now
Sweet
now look at what happened. Going into the game, we have two Chelsea fans getting together on this.
I like as they're staying at that side.
No, so that it will just fly once. All right. Now, I said this that Man U was going to win. All right. But of course, going to the game, a lot of things happened. All right. So I think we'll just start from the Man U fan. Now, going into the game, all right. Dan, what was your thought? Did you think you were going to win, or the winning surprised all of you? All right. Because Man U fans, Man U supporter, saying if they are winning 4 goals, they might never touch down. What kind of thing is that? So when you did the game, what was
Okay, for real, before the game started, I had predicted that mine was going to win back. I just don't know how. I had the feeling that
he got the record that Chelsea has no.
In short, the record was one of those things that solidified
your conviction.
My conviction on that.
Okay.
So I just think that there was no how Chelsea was going to be.
I just last week.
I understand.
They carry what record holder?
5 goals. All right.
Let him speak.
So going into that game, it was a very, very interesting one. Especially the first 5 minutes.
Okay.
Why? Because
Man
U really attacked Chelsea
from
and
the first second.
we could see that it was as a result of that attack that came the penalty, which was a very, very, to me, it was a very, very stupid challenge from Sanchez. The red card. It was a very, very stupid challenge for Sanchez because I felt it shouldn't have,
touched the guy. I just touched.
He should have just allowed like the coach said. So it was a very, very good game. Chelsea down 10 man. Their coach had to do a panic substitution, and I think the thing just scattered the whole game plan.
But if you
But of course, all this was together for my good. I stand, I did. As I saw it, that he removed Estaba, which was a good move for him, bringing in the keeper. But him now bringing out Neto and putting in Adana Bioyo and switching to a 5-3-2 or so. No, 5-3-1 or something like that. It was a very, very crazy move for me because I didn't understand, because at that point it felt like as if he had given up already. Just wanted to defend.
Let me take a draw.
Take a draw at that point, because him having 5 defenders just shows that just wanted to just defend and everything. But I think at a point he realized that this move that I does, it was the wrong move. I think he wanted to bring in Garnacho in the game, but that was when Fofana had injury, was having some things discomfort. So I think that's why he had to bring in I think Santos, if I'm not mistaken. Tyreek George. So the game was actually a good game. I expected Man U to win that game, of course.
Of course. Which have you, of course. Let's now win by luck. Which have you, of course.
No, it's not by luck.
Even with the 10 man down,
it's not by luck.
They almost lost that game.
No.
All right, now for you, do you think Man U are building up this season? They've been better than last season.
Well, for me, in our gameplay, we've been better.
Okay.
As a true Man U fan, I think every true Man U fan should be able to admit, if you watched our game last season compared to this season, you should be able to admit that there's a difference in our gameplay. Last season, we are a bit more technical now. We can play in tight spaces, move the ball fast. We have pacey forwards attack. So our gameplay is much more improved. But I think one thing that is lacking in this Man U squad is the mentality.
Okay.
Mentality is quite low. That's why you see every Man U fan saying, even if we are 4 goals ahead, they are still not comfortable. Why? Because they don't trust these players. They have a track record. Till today, I still have a PTSD of Chelsea coming back 4-2 to win the game 5-4. I still have that game always gives me PTSD.
To be honest,
So for real, but I think what we need now is to just build momentum. Have a run of games that we win. And from that, it will make
Of course, it's possible. Our next
set of games is possible.
Okay. Now, all right. Now, I have to take Engineer Wilby, then I'll take Popsy. right, so Njagobi,
All right.
going into the game, right? You were very confident. So tell us what
I was very confident, but at a point I needed to. When you were asking me, I was reflecting over the game because yes, I was reflecting because you guys were asking me, and I said if Enzo Maresca does the needful, Chelsea will win the game. And I think Pope was telling me that I should make my decision. Obviously, on paper, Chelsea is supposed to win that game.
Yeah.
But there's a way.
Yes,
but there's a way history repeats itself.
Yeah.
We've gone there for the past 12 years. We've not been able to get
That's serious.
even when we won the Champions League, even when we won the Premier League 2015, 2016, in our best form, we had issues, even in 2016, 2017 season. So, but that game, just like he said, he rightly admitted that Maresca messed up, and we all know that. I don't want to go into all of the details probably because of our time, but it was very painful. Personally, I forgive Enzo Maresca.
You don't reiterate it.
No, I forgive. I forgive him.
You have to
The reason why I have to let go is because sometimes when managers mess up and they admit their wrongs, they are human.
Yeah.
Sometimes they make mistakes. Just that I say was too. Even my grandma would not mean. When you get that kind of red card, the first thing is that you removed Estavo.
Oh my God!
Thank God it was not any of your defenders that had the red card. It was your goalkeeper. So at least you first revert to that 4 midfielders. Just put Palmer and Neto. And it was not too long that Palmer had that, groin injury. Then you can bring in Santos. Because even when Santos came into the game, Santos was able to balance the game. And that boy,
we balance. You don't balance like
that boy used to be giving. That boy is good actually. I've seen him over the years since when we bought him from was it Corinthians or Santos in Brazilian League. I've gone to watch his game, his leadership prowess and all of that. So the guy is good.
Okay, now, just take it off from there. Talk about the match.
Let's talk about the issue is this. See, in as much as I blame Enzo Maresca for those early sub that he did, right? Now he said Man U was defending with I was attacking with 5 players and he wanted to defend with 5 players, which to me is wrong, right? Okay. And he was not expecting Palmer to have injury. So I think one of the things he tried to do in that match was that when he brought in what was this guy? Tosin. There is a chance where this man is intending to push in forward Enzo and what's his guy name? Palmer. Okay. Right? And hope that Fofana will be moving towards the 2 side, playing 2. Right. And James, even if not something preferred, will be inverting and joining Caicedo at the midfield. You understand? So it will now be 4-2-2-1. You understand? I feel like that was probably, I'm just saying, I'm not the coach, I don't have a coaching career. But I'm just saying, probably that was the intention. You understand? He felt like, nobody will expect the coach to remove Palmer.
No, you will not.
Nobody will expect the coach to remove Caicedo. And at that point, nobody will expect the coach to also remove Enzo. Why? Palmer is weak because of his injury. You understand? So he still want to manage him. And Palmer is not someone that, if he can be managed, cannot stay on the pitch. So I guess that is why he did those substitutions. The only problem I had was that the fact that immediately Palmer had injury. Bro, if you don't bring Santos, who you won't bring? He needs someone to join the midfield because that was a statical option. And if you notice, that was what he actually did. James was joining in the middle. And this guy was pushed forward. If Santos go forward, Enzo goes forward, one of them will be switching like that. Again, the only issue I had was that the fact that he brought in Terry George, you understand, because João Pedro was already weak. He was,
do you think he should have brought in Garnacho?
Yes, he should have brought him because he made an excuse that Fofana complained that he was tired and he needed another person. Another person is also Garnacho now. So there is no difference between Garnacho and Terry George because they are both another person.
I think looking at it again, I think I want to assume that probably one of the reasons why Maresca brought in Tosin was, I think, to be able to combat Man U's area ball. Yes, because if you see the red card was due to an area ball won by Shesko, dropped down into
which if it was Tosin,
that was. So Chalobah doesn't have that physical presence like
so he was trying to correct the error.
Shesko in that place. So and one of Chelsea's most playing area is the middle of the park.
Yeah.
That midfield. So bringing in Santos, they want to gain dominance in that midfield, and I, in to a great extent, I think they did.
Yeah.
Yes, now.
Bringing in Santos to that
Okay.
midfield helped them gain possession in that midfield and help them control the game better. So I think that's
all right. People that can hold the ball.
yeah. I
All right.
think
Now,
that's what you
I'll just throw this last question before we talk about the last game. I'll call it a wrap. Before we go to the Arsenal City game. All right. So, engineer, the second half, Man U also got a red. All right. So what
first half.
happened? No, it was first half. Before ending of first half. So that means you have 45 minutes to play. So if you were the coach, what would you have done? Like maybe in the dressing room, coming out, what would have been the different approach you would have taken?
Okay, all right. I think one of the mistakes Maresca made in the first half was to remove all the threats. Because in as much as Chelsea has a very good midfield, one of our threats is that our flanks.
Yeah,
Neto, Escavo, all of those guys, they are threats.
Yeah.
So you've actually crippled Chelsea because the best way to defend is to attack. You've crippled that attack. João Pedro was lonely. João Pedro is not a player that has that speed. You can't compare the speed of Pedro Neto, Estavo William, or even Garnacho to João Pedro. João Pedro struggled. So second half, he had all the opportunity to redeem himself. And that was the situation whereby he was supposed to bring in Garnacho. Now, it's psychological. If you bring in Garnacho had issues with Man United. He wants to play that game. Garnacho can even come in and still commit them to even get a red card in that game. So we're expecting Garnacho. Now, when I saw Tarek George, I was like, what's this man doing again? You made a lot of mistakes in the first half. Why not bring Garnacho with all of the, the mindset that Garnacho has that he wants to face man? No, you could have just brought him in. But when I saw Tarek George, I said, okay, I was not thinking maybe he wants to play Tarek George. At that the is it the right or the left flank? Okay. Yes, so at the left flank, I was shocked when Tarek George came into the game and I saw him playing the number 9 role and Pedro Neto now dropped down. So I was like, what's wrong with Maresca today? So I think that was one of the major issues that we could not come back. Why? Because he had actually crippled that attack. Even he took a defender to even had to score one for us. And kudos to his game. All right. His game was brilliant.
Let me give you the floor now. Just wrap it up so that we'll move on.
So, from my own opinion, right? See, one of the things that I know I believe in life is this: when you make an error, right, until the OD is done, you have a chance to change.
To redeem.
Now, I was trying to calculate. We use 5-man defense, right? Immediately, Casemiro had the red card. I am not saying that because you, but if I play FIFA or PES, now I've made that mistake. I still have Terry George, I have Gittins, I have Garnacho, right? I'm going to return the defense back to 4-man. Yeah. Man, you already have a red card in the midfield, and their midfield is not even solid.
Aura for aura. You don't have us like that.
So I will leave. What's this guy's name now? 2 people in the midfield.
Okay, guys, your Santos and
Caicedo. You understand? And the reason why I will leave them in the midfield is that they can mark more, and retain ball more, right? So I will remove a defender, remove Enzo Fernandez, and bring in either Terry George and Garnacho both. I'm making it 2 attackers.
Wow. To join Pedro. Because we're only losing 2-0 now. There's nothing to
you understand? So it will now be 4 people, 4 defense, 2 people still in the midfield, then 3 attackers. Now, it's comfortable for me to do that because Pedro most of the time joins to 10. You understand? So he can still be doing those dropping while we hope our wingers can. Garnacho is the type that can cut in. You understand? Where we hope that they can do that. You understand? Instead of just leaving it as a midfield play with no attack. João Pedro was so stressed. And at the end of the day, if this guy is having a knock or an injury, it's on the coach.
All right, now let's go to the last game we're talking about. To talk about the Arsenal City game. So starting from that, all right, going to the game, all right, few minutes we had goal. The City, Haaland gave us beautiful. In fact, let's start from there. Before the match started, who was your winger?
I didn't have any winger. Sorry. Okay. I felt largely that game would end in a draw.
Okay.
Because I think I saw a start after the game or before the game where I saw that Guardiola has not won Ateta in their previous 5 meetings.
Wow.
That's a very strong start.
Yes. I think 2 seasons ago. when
He
they
said the
won
last
the league.
5.
In
That-
their last
season-
5 matches.
Last season they will have met at least maybe
How many times
two-
they meet last
maybe-
season?
Home and away,
Home
home and
and
away.
away.
4, probably in other
No.
competitions.
And
Probably.
Arteta won not.
No,
And
they
that
don't
will-
win. You may draw. They
He
have
has
a
not-
I think they met twice.
Man City had not won.
I think they met twice.
Okay, let me keep going. I'll
So,
check. I'll check.
it was that's actually a very strong start, and I know that Arteta is this kind of man that he can play this around football if he wants to.
You have the players
Score one goal or
defense.
try and defend.
Yeah.
That can be, but I never expected Guardiola to adopt around football too.
Pep played
For the
Arteta's
first time.
football. Arteta-
To be honest, and for real, I was trying to understand what's the logic, because I know Man City to be a very attacking team.
Yeah.
Guardiola takes it up to his opponent. He doesn't shy back from.
Yeah.
But I was shocked at when Guardiola substituted Alan out and brought in a midfielder or defender also.
Yeah. I think it was Nico.
Yes.
It was Nico he brought in.
Yes.
Nico.
Nico.
That's to tell you that he wants to shut
Yes.
that game off like that. Just protect your 1-0 lead. And it was, I kudos to Arteta for real, because I think, and kudos to Martinelli. I think this is the second time he's coming in clutch
To save Arsenal.
to save Arsenal. Their last game Champions League, he
I
came
think you should keep
and
on
he
the
scored.
bench because anytime he starts, my father.
He came
and
that was a very, very what I even enjoyed the most about that goal was that delicious pass.
That pass was easy. Yeah.
That
That was
delicious
right.
pass.
I've checked. It's the last 5.
Last five.
Three draws.
So he has no one. So that pass was just, and for a player like Martinelli that has space, just so that he can outrun your centre backs.
Yeah.
You just need someone to just play that pass through to him, and he did his job. He finished over Donnarumma. So, and it was a very, very beautiful
Beautiful.
game. It's just, I think the game was just based on tactics. It's just two tacticals.
It was a chess game.
Just
We are playing mind games on the spot.
yeah,
All right,
that's it.
All right, so I'll come to you now. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So breaking down the game, right? I think he predicted Arsenal to win. Yeah, Arsenal or City.
I think no.
I'm sure.
I said no. I think I predicted it draw.
A draw.
I think, yes,
Okay.
I
All
think-
right. So going to the match, what was your thought? And when the game started, what happened? Were you surprised with the way?
Okay, I think at number one, I was surprised that Pep could go ahead to play that kind of football.
Around.
But it's also understandable when you look at Arsenal's midfield. Though I was mad at Arteta.
That why
Reason why-
start?
Yes, Eberechi is a creative midfielder.
Yeah.
Of course.
When if you play Declan Rice and Zubimendi, I think both of them are enough.
Those guys
And
are
I
here.
think we've said
this year.
yeah, that even bringing in Merino can be a plus to you because he can
play
attack,
inside,
he can play anywhere.
Right,
So I was
yeah.
actually expecting, but you have to still look at what Arteta was trying to do. Maybe because I was looking at Pep in a very crazy
Pep
manner.
go attack.
So let me choke this midfield and dominate this midfield because with those three guys, it will take a strong midfield to dominate Zubimendi,
Merino
and
Declan
Declan Rice. So there might be no creativity. But to take a strong midfield to dominate. So I think that was but it was so painful that Arteta has not learned from all of those mistakes. Just play Eberechi easy and let there be a free flow. You already have 2 DMs.
Sometimes I feel
that can
Arteta
do
is
the
always
job.
lacking in courage.
Sometimes
That's the difference between a big manager.
Yeah.
So they always pay me because I always talk and say
Yeah.
this man people they play. I know that exposure matters.
Yeah.
We they play football manager now. We know as this thing they go away. But this manager sometimes will just be like say something they worry them for because it's just normal. Play this guy and let him be creative.
Well,
He came on
Well.
and he created that goal.
Of course, beautiful.
And one thing that if you have a pacey player, they are good
it's
for
always a plus.
is a plus when you bring
Yes.
them on.
Yes.
Because those defenders
Defense
are
are
tired.
tired.
They will use their
Can
pace to
run
just
them,
run the defense.
Okay. All right.
So but kudos to
All right.
the two managers.
So, Foxy, let's hear you. Let's wrap it up here.
Well, me, I will not could do any manager. The two of them were seriously, the two of them were poor. See, I tried to put myself in their shoe. Why did I say that? Yes, we play manager. I play press on my phone. I play press on my laptop. All those things we do manager, but that is not a real life prayer.
Sure.
That is not a real life prayer with a real life expectation. with what you have seen in the training,
thousands of fans,
what you are thinking
stadium.
about the next match, the prayer from the fans and all this thing. So it's quite different.
Yeah.
But the point is this: we still have expectation from them because you call yourself professional, you have a certificate, and you have been you have enough experience. So, like I said the last time in the podcast, Merino has nothing to do in that match. Let me say what I said. The same thing Merino did in that match, Eze will do more. If it is to mark, Eze he can do that.
And Eze mark like Merino, he may not be able to.
Merino the mark.
Eze is more of.
Merino is sluggish. He cannot even twist his body. See, if this guy Foden was at his best that day, see the way this guy Tijani, I like calling him Tijani. See the way he was moving around the midfield with all of them. He was doing anyhow. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Doku does not even enjoy the flank. He was coming to the
for me, my man of the match.
You get what I'm trying to say? My point is that, right, the Zubimendi and Declarai, like he said, is enough. At that point. Let Eze be there to distribute the ball. And look at the fact that you remove Madueke on. I'm not saying this because I'm a Chelsea fan, right? But the point is that we're more threat when Madueke was there.
Yeah, when
Saka came here and could not dribble that guy that is not even a natural 3.
Yeah, right.
You get what I'm saying? Riley is not a natural 3 and Saka was doing like that. And Saka is supposed to be a world class. Thank God he's not.
Saka is
just coming from injury.
Yeah.
See, we can say it's just coming from injury, right? You get what I'm saying? Then when the intensity of the game is that high, don't bring him in yet.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Just my own opinion, right? I like the fact that it makes those substitutions that he also did. You understand? That is why I'm saying that for that match now, Gokores will have been substituted and Merino going forward if he was to be brought in.
Okay.
Do you get? And Guardiola. I think Guardiola did not have any plan in that match. Because you can't tell me that every time there is ball to your players, there is no forward play.
Yeah,
the forward play was so poor. Immediately Alan scored.
I noticed something.
There's to keep possession.
There was something they did. It's like
and Arsenal was winning possession.
You finish up your talk.
Yeah.
There's something they did. All right. When they were playing the game, all right. You see Pep, he just kept giving Arsenal the ball.
Yeah.
The time they had a throw-in, the guy took the ball. He threw the throw-in back to throw-in. He did it twice.
No. I feel that guy has issues.
Those guys are professional.
No. Last match.
Okay.
He did the same thing.
Okay.
And the only difference was that in that last match, when he threw the ball in, the ball did not go in on the field. It was like you throw the ball while you're outside and the ball was still outside. So he had a retro.
Okay.
But this one, the ball went outside
and went outside.
So he could not do it again. So I feel like it's poor from the guy.
All right.
So he was removed immediately before the second half. So but I just feel like overall, I was happy with the draw.
Okay.
Because not as a Chelsea fan, because Arsenal really did like they had something they wanted. You understand? They needed that.
Okay.
Guardiola did not do as if he wanted that.
All right.
So
beautiful.
That's just
beautiful. All right.
I would have been happy if Man City had won.
Yeah.
The reason why is because I want Arteta to be taught a beautiful lesson. The reason why at times when I look at the Manchester United Chelsea game, I still like the fact that though I was not happy for the fact that we lost the game. I still like the fact that we lost the game because of those mistakes.
Yeah,
those mistakes, I know you are right. Yeah. But because of those mistakes. Now, when you lose the game and you made mistakes, it's easy for you to reflect and correct your mistake. That you now come back and find a way to now win the game. You still be feeling like what I did was right. So I think it would have been very good if Arteta had lost the game. So that he will learn that this guy.
I am even more angry at Arsenal Arteta. Why? Because to me, you see, Arsenal has one of the best squads
in the world, though. Not even
one of the best
in the world.
Someone was saying that
back up.
Arsenal have enough to beat Man City in that game.
Yeah. Imagine you have
enough.
White.
If only Arteta was more bold.
Yes.
Yeah. If only Arteta was more bold. Arsenal had enough to kill that game.
Arteta needs to be brave.
All right.
To do more.
All right. I'm done. Do you have any more final thoughts on Arteta? Or he has angered you too much?
Yeah, but that man no try at all. And for real,
I wish them
this league might still slip out of from his hands.
Now why
See, the thing is,
all right.
I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I want to speak on behalf
On
of
behalf of
Arsenal
Arsenal
fans.
as a Man U fan.
Yes, that for you, if Arteta doesn't win Arsenal, the Premier League
needs
this
to go.
season,
They should cycle.
he needs to go.
Wait till Amori. Wait till Amori.
This is just someone sports season.
Why
Calm
not
down.
they
Bible,
like
please.
Okay.
Calm down.
Okay, now,
You ask for money, they give you one of the best attack in the
This is
Premier League right now.
oh
You
my
are
God.
this is
We don't have a midfield.
You know,
We don't have a midfield.
yeah, correct.
they change your tactics.
You can't compare Amorim to Arteta that has been in the club for like 5 years or so.
5 years, 6 years.
It's crazy.
Oh, I lost slot.
All right.
Slot
So,
wake up. He's still dominating Premier League now. It's one season.
Klopp has already prepared the table before Slot.
So that was crazy. Nothing there. All right.
If they prepare table for you, you don't know how to eat. Wait till you go eat.
All right. All right. All right. Like I think I will have to. Of course, fortunately, the show has to end. All right, but I hope you had a great time like I did. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
of course. I did.
Yes, I did.
Awesome. Well, it was a great time on the show. Thank you so much, guys. We hope you enjoyed it. Keep liking, keep subscribing. Also, let's hear your views in the comment section. And so, what do we say, guys? From here, we say what?
Peace out.